All right, I like that music. Thank you for joining us, everyone. I'm Todd Quinones.
And I'm Trisha Keene. Well, it is time for Game On. We are taking a live look from Chopper 13 as people funnel back into several Las Vegas casinos, many of them opening their doors today for the first time in 11 weeks. And this evening, we have team coverage from across the valley as Las Vegas marks this historic occasion.
And so we are now calling our coverage Reviva Las Vegas. Certainly has a nice little ring to it, doesn't it?
It sure does. Well, the city is welcoming visitors once again with open arms. Here's a look at our traffic camera in Primm near the California border. As Las Vegas reopens, we are expecting a legion of travelers funneling right into the Silver State.
And right now, 13 Action News reporter Austin Carter has been following travel at the airport right now as flights are now bringing people back to a city now back in business. So Austin, how are things looking there at McCarran?
Yeah, Todd, well, as we all know, this really is kind of the first spot where the fun begins as folks arrive here into Vegas, of course, picking up their bags here and then heading on to the Strip. Of course, this pandemic changed all of that. Now, today, as those casinos and hotels reopen, the airport and airlines here are hopeful about folks returning to air travel once again. Let's show you the ghost town that once was here at McCarran during the strict stay-at-home orders. Data from the airport says comparing April of last year to this year, arriving and departing passenger totals dropped 96.4%. The airport recently launched a public awareness campaign to educate passengers about preventative measures that they can take to help stop the spread of COVID-19. That include a number of signs that you'll see here in the terminals. McCarran was the first airport to also install PPE vending machines from which travelers can purchase items like gloves and hand sanitizer. Now back out here live, airlines, they also plan to increase their routes. Spirit Airlines is going up from 10 to 29 nonstop flights servicing Las Vegas here by the end of July. We're live at McCarran International Airport. I'm Austin Carter, 13 Action News.
Austin, thank you. And you saw there what a difference a few weeks can make, right? From nearly an empty airport to now people actually going through the airport. Let's go to 13 Action News anchor Ross DeMattei, who is up in Chopper 13 now. And Ross, what are you seeing from your vantage point?
Well, Trisha, to put it simply in one word, we're seeing traffic, which I've never been so thankful in my life to see traffic on the Las Vegas Strip. But after so many weeks and months of not having anyone really on the Las Vegas Strip, this is a welcome sight. I'm kind of piggybacking off the point that my coworker Sean Delancey has made all day long as he's been flying up here in Chopper 13, seeing lots of people pulling off the Las Vegas Strip and stopping into a lot of these resorts and casinos that we know are opening up today. But I do want to give you some context here as we have some video to show you that we recorded during this lockdown, just showing what the Strip has looked like over the past couple of months. It's been completely deserted, and we just know that this is the geographic and economic center of our city. It's the lifeblood that continues to make Nevada run, but it has just been utterly deserted over the past 2+ months. And of course, this is usually an area that is packed with tourists, but just to be clear, we're not seeing traffic levels consistent with what we would expect to see as we enter the summer months here in Las Vegas, but just seeing the increase in number of cars and people along Las Vegas Boulevard has been so encouraging, and it's something that we're going to keep an eye on as we try to recover from this economic crisis that we've been suffering from here in Southern Nevada and really across the country, but especially here in Las Vegas. Trisha and Todd, we'll send it back to you.
All right, how about this? Really a once-in-a-lifetime moment, right? The first time in history that Las Vegas casinos have ever had to reopen. Well, many of the downtown casinos are not waiting really a moment longer than needed to, opening their doors overnight at exactly 12:01.
And 13 Investigates' Joe Bartels was there when the doors reopened. He's here with us now. And Joe, how does the excitement last night compare to the atmosphere out there today?
Yeah, Todd, Trisha, the excitement is just building. It's overwhelming as more people kind of head here to Sin City. We stopped by the El Cortez here in the Fremont East District. Take a live look right now. Some of the folks at the table games and rolling the dice. I just spoke to the general manager. He says that this has been emotional, no doubt. He also says that hotel occupancy is sitting at about 50% right now, but more reservations being made by the moment, and people are coming in, both locals and folks from out of town. Take a look here on Fremont Street Experience. As you mentioned, properties up and down the iconic downtown collection of casinos have resumed their gaming operations as of today. Most of them early this morning, right around midnight, some of them around 8 a.m. and then more at 10 a.m. One of the things that you will notice, though, that at some of the properties when you come down here, that they are checking your temperature before you come into the property, and staff are wearing those face coverings. We even saw some go-go dancers, even some bartenders wearing face shields. All of this is going on amid the COVID-19 pandemic, which is still infecting people in Nevada, but visitors and Fremont goers largely we saw not wearing face coverings themselves. We counted about maybe less than 1 in 4, about 25% were actually wearing some kind of face covering. Another thing here on Fremont Street, you'll notice that there's not live entertainment with spectators. Those stages on Fremont Street will remain closed and dark for now, but we're awaiting more guidance from the governor as to when that could resume in a further phase of reopening here in Nevada. Reporting live, Joe Bartels, 13 Action News.